What's up? Well, we are going to talk about one of my last endeavors out on, it would have been out on a smallmouth pond, and I had some issues with my trolling motor and my batteries. So we already talked about the trolling motor issue. Now today we're going to talk about the battery issue, and it's really not an issue or a problem with the batteries themselves. This one was my fault, and I kind of knew there was something going on, and I just wasn't quite sure exactly what was happening. But this solidified what was happening. I always kind of knew that this could be a thing, and this could happen too. So, okay, here's the problem. When I was out on the water, I wanted to move one spot from another. I had no issues at the time. The graphs were working just fine. Trolling motor was okay until I lifted it back up and put it into the, stowed it away. And I realized the trolling motor was having issues. I'm like, okay, well, I'll look at that when I get to the next spot. So I get to the next spot, and I'm going to try to deploy the trolling motor. Well, that's not going as planned because there's something wrong with it. We already talked about that. What I also noticed though was the fact that my depth finders, so my Helix was fine up on the bow because I got my Helix run to a different battery, but I have my Livescope and my Garmin graph run to the same battery, and that is the battery that's right down here. It's right below here. Well, it's actually back here, but the passenger seat. So what happened? Well, I had already been out on the water the day prior, and I thought the batteries, all the batteries had, the back bay battery, which doesn't have a lot of draw, has no electronics other than the Talons. That battery's at like 92% after a full day of fishing. And but these other two batteries, so the one behind the driver's seat was about 60 something, 62, and then the one behind the passenger seat was about 60. So still not bad. I still get another full day of fishing on those batteries. So I thought, well, what happened was, so that other one, yes, but this one, the one with the Livescope. So here's the thing, and some of you probably already figured it out by now. When you run Livescope to a battery and you don't have a shut-off switch, it can sometimes, it hasn't for me all the time, but it's sporadic whenever it does. Like right now, I've had my boat sitting for a week and not plugged in, and it's the battery's at 99%. So it doesn't happen all the time, but Livescope, the black box, that stuff, it will drain your battery. It will have a constant draw, and it will drain your battery. Well, that's what happened. It drained my battery, and that's what's been happening in this side all along. And I kind of knew something was draining it, and I had a feeling it was that, because I've looked at the forums. The forums all say that, but it didn't do it for me all the time, so I still wasn't 100% sure that was the problem. But this definitely told me that for sure that was the problem. So ultimately, when it comes down to it, I need to charge it after fishing every time. If I'm going to go fishing the next day, I need to charge it that night, just to make sure that I have the battery power for the next day. And then, but ultimately, what I really need to do is rig up a shut-off switch, so I can flip the switch to turn off that Livescope, the black box, disconnect from the battery. And if you guys already have like a battery switch that you lift up your back hatch, you turn it, and it shuts off your batteries, you're good to go. You just do that, and it shuts off all power. So you don't have to worry about this. But for guys like me, I run everything straight to these batteries. Now I know you're not supposed to run them onto your trolling motor batteries. You're supposed to run them to a separate battery. I get it. I just don't have the space. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but the ice cream truck's going by. But I just don't have the space. And I'm going to explain the whole battery configuration here in just a moment, and why I don't have space, and why, what I'm going to do in the future. But, so anyways, I have them running to them, and I know you're supposed to run all your electronics to a single separate battery that's not part of your trolling motor's battery system. And we're gonna get to that. But anyways, I figured out that was the problem. So it's not really that big of an issue. The main reason why I'm making this video is for this. Okay, the reason why I got three 12-volt lithium batteries. They're 140 amp hours each. I got 3 different batteries. It's because I read a bunch of forums. They said, you know, if you get a single 36-volt battery, if that battery dies, you're dead in the water. But if you have 3 12-volt batteries and one battery dies, you still have 2. You still have power. It will still operate. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that is false. At least with these batteries, the LiTime batteries, LiTime batteries, however you want to say it, but they're still really good batteries. But when one 12-volt battery dies, that trolling motor had 0 power. Like, it shut off totally. I had nothing. I couldn't even put it in the water to spot lock or anything temporarily. Nothing. I had no power to it when this battery right here died. So keep that in mind when you guys are buying lithium batteries and you see that post. I just experienced it firsthand. If one of your 3 12-volt lithium batteries dies and is dead, that trolling motor does shut off. Now, this is a 36-volt trolling motor, so maybe maybe it's not designed to run on 24-volt, and that might be a factor. I don't know the specifics. I just know it's a 36-volt trolling motor. It's a 112-pound thrust, and I have 3 12-volt batteries. One died, and that trolling motor had 0 power. So just, you know, keep that in mind when you guys are buying lithium batteries. And here is what I'm going to do. Obviously not right now, because I've already invested into this, and I'm going to keep this going, you know, for the whole summer. And and this will be just fine. I just gotta charge them. That's all. Just gotta make sure they're charged. No big deal. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do 2 36-volt lithium batteries. You know, unfortunately, in these ones, I don't know why they do it, because I don't really know. I don't really know for sure why, but they're 50 amp hour batteries. Well, I don't want just one 50 amp hour 36-volt battery. I feel like that's not enough. I don't know, but I hear a lot of guys having no issues with 50 amp hour 36-volt batteries. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get 2 36-volt 50 amp hour batteries. I'm going to put one behind the passenger seat, one behind the driver's seat. I'm going to link them in together in parallel, so they run together. So if this battery is about half dead or dies, it takes power from the other battery. So I have double the power. All right, so that's gonna be the trolling motor batteries. So that takes care of those 2. Now I have one battery that's in the back hatch area. That battery is right now the 3rd trolling motor battery. So what I'm gonna do there is I'm gonna get a big, probably close to 300 amp hour lithium battery to run all the electronics off of. I do have some interference on some of my electronics because they are linked up to the trolling motor batteries. But you know what? That's not a deal breaker for me at the moment, because I'm used to it. So guys who aren't used to it, it's going to drive them crazy. But right now, I'm fine with it. I know what's wrong. I know what the deal is. It's on me. So I'm going to fix it by doing this. But this will probably be a next year thing. If I'm being flat out honest, who knows? Maybe we can win one of these tournaments. I can just do it right away. But that's the plan, anyways. I'm going to do 2 36-volt 50 amp hour batteries linked together for the trolling motor, and then I'm going to do one. It's probably going to be like a 280 amp hour lithium battery for all the electronics, and that should solve all my problems. I am still probably going to do a shut-off switch on that battery for all the electronics. I'm probably going to rig it up in a way where all I got to do is flip that switch and all the electronics will shut off, so that way that battery doesn't get drawn down to 0 or at all. Make sure I got full power for the next day. So, all right, guys. Well, that's the whole main reason why I wanted to make this video, is let you guys know that the battery issue that I had on that day out on the water Wasn't really all that bad. It was on me. It was the fact that I didn't charge it the night before, but it was mainly because of the Livescope system. It drained the battery, and that's going to happen when you don't have a shutoff switch. Again, also on me. I knew that was a possibility, but yeah. So we're going to fix that later on. We're gonna go from there, but that's the main reason why I wanted to do that. I want one of the main reasons. The other reason is the fact that to let you guys know, firsthand experience, that if you buy 3 12-volt batteries and use those for your trolling motor, one dies and you have 2 left, your trolling motor may not work, because mine did not. So just to let you know, be aware. If I know lithium batteries are out there a lot. Cost is going up because of these tariffs now, so they're they're not as cheap, and China, whatever. I'm not getting into any politics kind of stuff, but these batteries are still on the lower end. These LiTime batteries are really good batteries. They've been really good for me so far. I haven't broken them in completely yet, but I have used them a few times now, and I am pretty comfortable with them. And the charging, the battery monitoring system is pretty cool. You can go on the app on your phone, and you can read, where they're at in Bluetooth. They're like right now. I can, well, here's my phone. So get in my app here. Here's my system here. So back bay battery. That's gonna be the ones far back bay, so you can name them however you want. There's serial numbers and all this other stuff. Right now you see that icon right there, that means it's connected to Bluetooth. I can still just, you can tap on the battery, and you can tap on the battery, and then you can go in and see all its usages and everything like that. But you go back, and that lit up icon, the Bluetooth icon, means that it's connected. Yep, it's already connected. And the battery power right now is battery level is at 99%. Now I want to check the driver's side battery. I'll hit that right there. I'll tap on that icon. It's connecting. Bluetooth's connected, and it says 100% battery power right now. And then passenger side right here. I'll just tap out right there. Oh, this is connection timeout. So sometimes that does happen. Oh, there we go. Bluetooth's connected. There it is right there. We're at 99%. So this app is pretty cool. You can set it up for a whole system. You can put more batteries in there. You can do, right now, it's set up for, you can do different systems for, like, say if you got like an RV or boat and stuff too. So that's pretty cool. I think I showed you guys on I don't know if I went in depth on the app in another video that I made for the LiTime batteries. But anyways, that battery monitor system is pretty cool. You can check it out wherever you're at. I can check it out inside the truck. Sometimes a little too far away. With these, I feel like I have to be somewhere around the boat in order to read them, which is okay. It's better than having nothing, right? So, but yeah, guys, that's it. That's all I wanted to jump on here and explain to you guys about the issues and the things I ran into, my experiences, and just to give you guys a little heads up on the batteries. When one dies, I lost complete power to the trolling motor. So be aware of that. Guys, if you like this stuff, smash that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe to the channel. Especially if you like the content, and hit that notification bell so you can see when I upload a new video. And yeah, thanks again, and we'll catch you next video.